Well, this is the time where we go off the script.
Oh boy.
WWE tries their best to script every segment, but let's be honest, inside the squared circle, when wrestlers are lined up against one another, anything can go wrong at any point in time. I'm Dr. Chris, and today we look at 5 unscripted WWE moments of 2021. Number 5, Riddle forgets his lines. Raw Tag Team Champion Riddle has found a mentor in Randy Orton who keeps him in check and doesn't let him ramble around as much as he did before. But the Viper hasn't always been by his side. On the road to WrestleMania 37, the then United States Champion Riddle was feuding with Sheamus. He had skits every week where he would just ramble to any wrestler and they would leave in the middle of that rambling. On the 30th of March 2021 edition of Raw, Riddle stumbled upon Asuka backstage and started to talk about scooters. As per the reports, he had quite a few lines to say, but he forgot them. Unlike other superstars who handle themselves in such cases, Riddle straight away said, "I forgot what I was going to say," and scooted away, leaving Asuka baffled. Much to everyone's surprise, Vince McMahon found all this hilarious as it suited the character of Riddle. Number 4, Charlotte Flair versus Nia Jax. Charlotte Flair has always been on top of the women's division, and this incident happened when she was holding the Raw Women's Championship. Nia Jax was looking to seize the opportunity by going against the Queen in a one-on-one match on the 30th of August 2021 edition of Raw, but the match didn't end up as it was initially planned. Just a couple minutes in, and something seemed off. It started when Nia Jax no-sold a big boot from Charlotte, infuriating her as she slapped Nia Jax. From there on, everything was a train wreck, as both the women didn't look to back down. The match ended with Nia Jax taking the pinfall win, and there were rumors of them fighting it out backstage as well. Now working as a backstage producer for WWE, Devon Dudley denied all the speculations of a shoot fight backstage, but did confirm that there was, in fact, a heated moment in the ring between the two that wasn't scripted. Number 3, Jeff Hardy incident. We wouldn't have talked about this incident if it wasn't for what would transpired after this unplanned moment. On December 5th, it was first reported that Jeff Hardy had been sent home by WWE after what was described as a rough night at a live event. The day before that, at a live event in Edinburgh, Jeff had teamed up with Drew McIntyre and King Woods to take on the Bloodline in the main event. Hardy worked that match, and there was nothing peculiar about his selling until he tagged out of the contest. The charismatic enigma immediately vanished into the crowd, and the match continued with Drew McIntyre hitting a Claymore kick on Jey Uso for the 3 count. Hardy was nowhere to be found as the faces celebrated their victory. On the 9th of December, Jeff was released from his WWE contract suddenly, and reports started highlighting that he had allegedly denied a rehab offer from the company. Although we can't say for sure what went down during the live event, certainly it wasn't something that the WWE had planned. Number 2, the Charlotte-Becky showdown. Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch are arguably 2 of the biggest names in WWE. Popularity and success might lead to a clash of egos, and that in turn can lead to controversies and shoots. During the 23rd of October episode of SmackDown, Raw Women's Champion Charlotte Flair and SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch were supposed to swap their titles in a segment moderated by Sonya Deville. Charlotte was originally supposed to hand over her title to Becky so she could brag about being Becky 2 belts again, but she instead dropped the title on the ground. Becky Lynch responded to this by throwing her title towards Charlotte, which was unplanned as well. Becky Lynch revealed in an interview later that she wasn't surprised as she knew Charlotte would purposefully disrespect her. Once again, the incident resulted in a backstage confrontation, following which Charlotte would get escorted out of the building. Interestingly, the man revealed that she got many pats on the back from the crew for standing up to Charlotte. Number 1, the referees forgets to count? It has been the year of Roman Reigns, and rightfully so. The Tribal Chief entered 2021 as the Universal Champion, and well, no one could take away from him this calendar year. Reigns defended the title quite a few times in 2021, although technically he should have lost the Universal Championship to Kevin Owens at Royal Rumble in January itself. The last man standing match against Owens comes under the limelight thanks to a big blunder made by Paul Heyman mid-match. Both Owens and Reigns were fighting all over the arena, and at one point, Owens handcuffed Reigns so he would not be able to stand up. The original plan was for Paul Heyman to free Roman, but it took an awful lot of time to do that as there was some problem with the handcuffs. It started to look so bad that the referee, without any any reason, stopped the count in the middle so Reigns wouldn't lose. Meanwhile, Kevin Owens had to pretend to be hurt the entire time. After more than a minute or so, Heyman freed Roman, and the Tribal Chief will go on to retain his WWE Universal Championship.